Because this has been going on since, like, this is a country that's independence was 1960, and the history of police brutality in Nigeria did not just start in 2020. It has been going on for a long time, and if anyone recalls the Nigerian artist Fela, he sang about it a lot. This was not recent. Fela has been dead before I was born. He sang about it, and this was 1960s, 1970s. There's a point he actually described the Nigerian army and the Nigerian soldiers as zombie, so they just follow the politicians. And he also described the Nigerian politicians as basically beasts of no nation. Yep. So this has been going on for over 50 years, and yesterday, I think I saw on the news on Instagram, the national executive system, telling governors to set up a panel that investigates police brutality. This is a country that is 60 years old. After 60 years, we finally have a panel that investigates police brutality, which means every police brutality victims, those that are dead, those that are injured, and even those that are just lucky, like myself, not to be dead. None of us has gotten justice in the last 60 years because that panel did not exist. Last year in July, I got shot at by Nigerian Police twice. I was stopped. I was on the way to my brother's wedding, and I was stopped, and he asked me to come down. Now, obviously, I went holidays, so I was coming down with the car, and my aunt stopped me, and she asked me to take off my smartwatch and to also drop my phone. Now, I didn't understand why, but I just did that. But the biggest mistake I had was my wallet was still in my right pocket, so I didn't know that. So I dropped that, and the police officer was asking me questions. Answer that question, what do you do? I'm a student. Answer the question. Then he asked me what I had in my wallet. I said, in my pocket, I said my wallet. Which he asked me to bring it out and give it to him. And the first question I asked him was why. Honestly, I don't see how anyone can hide a weapon in a wallet. So the main question I wanted to know was why. And suddenly, it just went completely ballistic and threatened to take me, get me arrested and jail me. And I was like, you can't do that. And it just, within a space of 30 seconds, everything just went rapid. Now, obviously, I stood my ground because, I'm not my forefathers. I'm going to stand my ground, especially against a Nigerian policeman, knowing that history of brutality. Still talking with him, I was arguing with him. And out of nowhere, I heard 2 gunshots. And they were aimed at my leg. Now, I didn't see him pull the trigger because I was looking at him in the face, man to man. But my sister saw him as he pulled the trigger. So as he pulled the trigger, I felt someone pull my clothes from behind. That was my sister. She pulled my clothes from behind, and I saw dust literally come out from the ground right in front of me. Which means that my sister not saw his hand when he did pull the trigger. I'd probably be standing here without any foot at the moment. Why? Just because I questioned why he wanted to. I'm not a criminal. I didn't commit any crime. Didn't do anything dangerous. Just a simple question. And this man just wanted to, just to show his power. And I'm saying this. Now, I'm lucky. There's many people who are not standing here to tell their story. I'm saying this now. I'm saying my story. I am completely full head to toe. I have all my, 10 toes with me. In another situation, I may not even have my feet if that bullet had gone into my leg. It wasn't one, it was 2 bullets. And it's just crazy to think that I come to an European country and I complain about, the police racially profiling me because of the color of my skin. I complain about people hating me because, obviously the color of my skin. And then I go home, a place where I think I can call home and be safe. And then I have people displaying tribalism, hating me because of my tribe. And worse, I have police officers, same skin color as me, same country as me, same blood as me, shooting me and shooting at me and literally seeing me and automatically thinking that I am a criminal. It just basically makes you feel as a black person, there's no way that it's safe. Because in a foreign country, you're being racially profiled, in your own home as well, you're even being shot at. Seriously, where would I consider safe?
Nowhere, crazy.
There's literally nowhere for us to be safe. And the one place that we should be safe in our country is the one place that the police officers are actually threatening to take your life. And actually one statement that he made to my aunt when he tried to stop him was he told my aunt that he was going to put a bullet through her head. This is not a thief, this is not a robber, this is a police officer telling an unarmed citizen that he was going to put a bullet through her head. And when you just listen to that, and it just makes you feel like, I don't even know how to describe it. How would you feel if someone stood there in front of you and felt like because they had a badge and a gun, they can tell the civilian, I'm going to put a bullet through your head? And how would you feel? You don't feel safe. In this case of emergency, who's the first person you're going to call? The police? No, because the police has already told you that they were going to kill you. You're not going to call someone who has told you that they're going to kill you and there's nothing you can do about it and call them to help you. Like, we can't trust government in our country because this has been going on. The protest has been going on for 1 week and we still haven't heard anything from the president. And the president, the governor of Rivers State, banning protest in his state because SARS, there's no longer SARS, it's now SWAT. Question: how did it take the government 24 hours to develop SWAT? How do you go from ending SARS and within 24 hours to develop SWAT? Who are the men and the women that you're going to put in the SWAT?
No training.
Ghosts, aliens. You can't just make that decision within 24 hours. This is the equivalent of Nigeria changing NEPA to PHCN, and there's still no electricity. A change of name is not a change of action. You can change the name, but you're still going to put the same name inside there. The name SARS is not what is committing the brutality. It is the man that is in it that is committing the brutality. So if you're going to change the you're going to reform the police force, you're going to change any name from SARS to SWAT. You have to change the men that are inside, or better still, train the men. And we can shout here and shout against police brutality. We can also advocate for better pays of the police officer. One thing that comes into my mind: the Nigerian government are one of the highest paid governments in the world. Nigerian senator earns 67,000 euros in a month. That is more than the American president. 67,000. And what's the minimum wage in Nigeria? Less than 150 euros in a month. Now compare a politician earning 67,000 euros and citizens earning 150 euros in a month. We have oil in Nigeria, top oil countries. When you think about the countries in the world that have oil, you think about wealth. When you think about Nigeria, the world just thinks about poverty. For one of the top 10 oil countries in the world. Why? Because the money is just staying, circulating among the same caliber of people. The Nigerian president was also the president 37 years ago. My mother was in secondary school. Now what? He's still there. He's going to be there until the next election in 2023. Now there's 3 years. I might have kids before then. But how do I explain to my child that the president of my country or his country was also the president when his grandmother was in school? They were not making progress. We changed the name from military government to democracy government. Yet in my time of being alive, I've seen 4 Nigerian presidents, and 2 of them have ruled Nigeria once as military presidents. So once again, we're changing names, but we're not changing actions. We're changing names, we're putting the same men and the same men in power. I'm not even going to say the same women, because Nigeria is a backward country in the sense that the amount of the opportunities they give women is shocking. Like the next election is in 3 years' time, and at this stage, I'm actually going to be putting forward a female president, because quite frankly, we've spent 60 years having male presidents, and they've done nothing. So we may as well this is time to give a woman a chance. This is time to give the youth a chance. The next, this couple of years, they tell, in Yoruba, they say, "Kilomode more." This is a statement used to shut up the youths when you try to say something. This mentality that because you're young, you don't know anything. But fair enough, because you're young, you might have, be inexperienced. But the things that come with youth, passion, compassion, humanity, energy, and most importantly, you're young, you still have the ability to learn, to change, which is one thing Nigeria needs, to change. A young person still has that, that zeal, that stamina to want to change. So I'm saying now, on the back of this, I say end police brutality as a victim of police brutality. I'm saying end police brutality as a man who got shot right in front of his mother. I'm saying end police brutality as a man who had a Nigerian policeman tell him he was going to shoot him in front of his family. So I'm calling out Mr. President Buhari. It is time to step down. It is time to give the youth the power